That's the thing with these impersonators. And believe me, I would love to not have an issue with people impersonating Uncle Harley. The idea behind it, because he was so famous and continuing his image to make people smile and to just remember who he was, I think that's a great thing. But there's a few bad eggs that have tainted that. And they completely ruined it for me to even enjoy it. For years, Johnny Miller and L.A. Thayer and Tim Campbell and many others, they have manipulated and used me for years, going all the way back to when I was 15 years old. My first contact with Miller was him seeking out my social media pages, not looking for me specifically, but he's always looking for everything Colonel Sanders. If he could get in contact with family members or people that knew him, he's going to try to do so, because he wants to convince everyone that he is the man to carry the legacy. The Colonel's grandchildren have run into him and other impersonators too, which is why when they saw me dressed like our uncle, their grandfather, they were quick to shrug me off. And I was upset at the time, but I understand now because of my experience with these guys. For years, they convinced me they were the guys to carry the legacy and make it more respectable other than the commercials KFC was putting out. And then when I saw how Miller behaved and his behavior as the Colonel, I didn't approve of him either, and he was the official brand ambassador for Kentucky Fried Chicken. These other impersonators used my dislike for how he was to manipulate me. And they convinced me that they would get in place of him, get him out of there, and they would be a good representation. And then I started talking about the family legacy online myself, and people started watching me over them. They didn't like that very much. None of these impersonators wanted me to do any interviews that had anything to do with my family legacy without them involved. They didn't want me doing anything with Kentucky Fried Chicken without them involved. And when I finally got fed up with the drama between the impersonators arguing over who's the better and who has more of a right, who's endorsed by the Sanders family and KFC, which by the way none of them are, and I made it clear that we do not endorse anyone impersonating Colonel Sanders. Now, they lashed out, and I made it clear that I didn't endorse them. And they told me, if you and your family do not wish for us to impersonate, actually the exact words from each impersonator, it was almost like it was scripted. If you and your family do not want me impersonating the Colonel, then I will step down. Simply just ask. So I simply asked. And in return, I got blocked. And every member of the Colonel's family that reached out to let them know that they were not endorsed, because they put it on their page, at least one of them do, they blocked those family members and continued to impersonate, did not hold to their word that they were going to step down from impersonating and how they were doing it. Look, I don't care if people want to impersonate Uncle Harley for events or whatever, lookalike contests, and have fun with it. But when you make your entire life about him and try to take this family legacy as your own and then try to slander the actual family and make a mockery, that don't sit well with me.